What if I told you that your brain has basically been trained for failure since childhood? Yep. Imagine your brain as a CIA agent, but on the worst undercover mission of all time. Instead of protecting you, it's been sneaking around your head, planting fake evidence like, you're not good enough, you'll probably mess it up. Why don't you just stay safe and binge Netflix instead? Thanks for nothing, Agent Brain. Honestly, if it were an employee, I'd have sacked it years ago. Here's the kicker. Your brain will deliver whatever it's been trained to expect. If it expects failure, it'll roll it out like a 5-star hotel turn-down service. Mint on the pillow and everything. But if you retrain it to expect success, well, suddenly opportunities appear. The right people show up. Life flows like you finally unlocked the cheat codes. And I want you to hear me on this because it's not just motivational fluff. It's neuroscience, psychology, and yes, even a little quantum energy science working together. Hi, I'm Marina Poppa, founder of the AP Method, and if you're ready to do life, love, and success in a way that actually gets you results, then this video and this channel is for you. So let's dive in. Your brain's favorite party trick is predicting doom. You've got a presentation at work. Before you've even opened PowerPoint, your brain's already rehearsing failure. You'll stutter, people will laugh, and Dave from accounts, he will take your job. Or you've got a date, and before you've even chosen your outfit, your brain's already written the breakup script. It's not you, it's my attachment style. That's not you being pessimistic. That's your brain's prediction system at work. Think of your brain like Google with a really dodgy search history. It doesn't show you reality. It shows you what it thinks you want based on the past. And if the past has been full of rejection and self-doubt, Google brain's like, okay, more rejection coming right up. Would you like fries with that? This is your Reticular Activating System, or RAS. It's like a nightclub bouncer, and a really, really bad one. If failure's on the guest list, then failure waltzes straight in with VIP service. If success isn't on the list, then sorry love, not tonight. But here's the good news. You write the list. Once you put success on it, the bouncer has no choice but to let it in. And for decades, scientists thought your brain was fixed, as in, sorry, this is your wiring forever, good luck, which is basically science calling you doomed with a smile. But then neuroplasticity arrived and said, hold my coffee. Turns out your brain isn't a statue, it's Play-Doh. It reshapes, it builds new pathways, and it remodels itself depending on what you feed it. Every thought fires neurons, repetition wires neurons, and beliefs hardwire them. So when you think, I'll never make it, you're paving a motorway to failure, but when you reframe it into something like, I always find a way, you're building a brand new lane to success. This is where reframing comes in, and it changed my life. One of the first tools in my journey was NLP reframing. Instead of letting my inner dialogue run around like a toddler on too much sugar, I started challenging it. So you're not ready became, actually, I've survived every single bad day of my life so far, so my odds are looking pretty good. Thanks. You'll probably fail became, or maybe I'll learn, adapt, and I'll win. Did I feel weird at all? Yeah, I really did. It was like arguing with myself in Tesco whilst picking up broccoli. But slowly my brain stopped being an unhelpful toddler and started being a partner. This is the magic of neuroplasticity. Every time you reframe, you're literally reshaping your brain. MRI scans shows that repeated reframing strengthens the prefrontal cortex, the CEO of your brain, while calming the amygdala, the drama queen that loves the panic. Now, over time, reframing stops being a tool you use and becomes who you are. And here's a journaling prompt. Ask yourself, what's one recurring negative thought I can start reframing into possibility right now? And let's talk mornings, because if reframing rewires the brain, mornings hardwire the day. The first 10 minutes of your morning sets the tone. And the truth is, most people accidentally prime themselves for chaos before they've even had their coffee. That used to be me. I'd wake up, check my phone, see an email, feel stressed, and somehow act surprised when my whole day spiraled. But here's what changed everything. I stopped letting mornings happen to me, and I started using them to program my brain. Think of it like emotional sun cream. You put it on before the chaos tries to burn you out. So here's my morning success primer. Step 1 is movement. I take a 1-minute cold shower. Honestly, it feels like surviving the Titanic, but once it's over, I feel invincible. Then I do a quick workout, plank, squats, crunches, nothing dramatic, just enough to tell my brain we're awake, we're alive, we're ready for the day. Now, movement pumps oxygen to the brain, releases endorphins, and tells your nervous system you're safe to expand. Step 2 is the reframe. Catch the first negative thought and flip it. So today's going to be stressful becomes I can handle anything today. Now do this early before your brain can spiral. Step 3, visualization. Imagine your day. Imagine yourself calm, capable, in flow. Now, neuroscience shows that your brain doesn't know the difference between real and rehearsed. Athletes have used visualizations for decades because the brain wires the rehearsal as if it actually happened. Step 4 is tapping, emotional freedom technique. I know it looks strange. I once got caught tapping in a bathroom before a sales presentation. Someone walked in, saw me tapping my face whilst whispering affirmations, and they gave me a look that said, do I need to call somebody? I just smiled and I said, don't worry, I'm just upgrading my brain. And the best part is I nailed that presentation because my nervous system had been primed for calm and confidence. Now, these rituals, they're not glamorous, but they work. They regulate cortisol, fire dopamine, strengthen the prefrontal cortex, and quiet the default mode network, the part of your brain responsible for background chatter. Put simply, they tell your brain who's boss. So here's another journaling prompt for you. If my day went exactly how I wanted, how would I feel? And how can I rehearse that feeling right now? But here's the thing. None of it sticks if you're living out of alignment with your values. Before I discovered mine, I was everywhere. People pleasing, saying yes when I meant no, living by other people's scripts. And you know what happens when you do that? Well, your energy leaks. You're exhausted. You're constantly pulled in directions that aren't yours. And when I finally sat down and identified my true core values, everything shifted. Life started to fit me instead of me trying to squeeze myself into it. And this is the secret most people miss. You can cold shower and visualize all you want, but if you're living out of alignment with your values, you'll always feel off because your brain can't build coherence if your inner world and outer world don't match. Values act like a compass. When you live by them, your brain experiences less conflict. Decision-making becomes easier, the prefrontal cortex lights up. Dopamine rewards you not just for achieving goals, but for living authentically. And on an energetic level, when your thoughts, feelings, and actions line up with your values, you broadcast coherence. The universe mirrors it back. So the last journaling prompt here, what are 3 core values I want to live by every day, and how can I honor one of them today? Reframing rewires your brain. Morning rituals prime your nervous system, and living in alignment with your values anchors it all in. 3 practices, that's it. If you only ever did these 3, your life would look completely different in 6 months. And remember, this is not about perfection. Sometimes you'll forget. Sometimes you'll roll out of bed, doom scroll, and end up feeling like a stressed raccoon again. That's fine. The point isn't never falling. It's just really knowing how to reset. So let's wrap this up with your action plan. First, catch and reframe one negative thought. Second, try one ritual, whether it's a cold shower, a quick visualization, or just reframing before your coffee. Third, download the free Discover Your Core Values workbook from the link below and start aligning your life to what actually matters to you. Because your brain isn't your enemy. It's just a slightly confused CIA agent on a terrible operation. But once retrained, it becomes your best ally. You are here to step into your best transformation. So, let's expect success, let's attract it, and let's do this. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye for now.